Hey Sunshine, I am Franny of Shine with Franny, and I am so glad that you are here and you have joined us throughout the last several days as you are making positive changes for a total transformation in your life. So of course we started off with day one with communion, aligning yourself with God and recognizing that you are created in His image for a greater purpose. Day two, then we went on to talk about courage, and we talked about the importance of having, of course, courage to step forward and power through your challenges, your fear, your adversity, whatever it is that's holding you back from being your highest self. The next thing we talked about was commitment. Making a choice. Once you identified what that fear was, that you were committing to powering through that and forging on despite the adversity and the resistance that the world was providing. Next, we talked about care, making sure that you prioritized your self-care and saying, I am committing to this because I am worthy of this, I deserve this, and the world needs me. Then next, we talked about the importance of community, having people rally and cheer you on and encourage you and love and support you, and I certainly hope we have been that for you this week. So the next thing we're going to talk about then is compassion, that sometimes you're going to make mistakes, sometimes you're going to mess up. And you have to be compassionate with yourself. You have to stop and say, whoa, that does not define me. That does not prove that I am not worthy or that I'm unlovable. That does not prove that I am not good enough to be holding this position or to, accomplishing this dream. Not at all. Get those haters out of your head. So with compassion, I'm going to have a little confession. So I'm a really bad driver when it comes to backing out of things. All right, so I try at any time that I can to find what I call a PT, a pull through, where I can take my car and drive it all the way through, because then I can go ahead and I can look forward. And I started thinking about that and I was like, gosh, why am I? Because of course I started saying to myself like, oh, I'm just really bad at backing out. And of course they have those dashboard cams now, which are supposed to make it easier, but not for me. I'm still swerving and swiveling all over the place. And so I started thinking about that and I thought, you know what? That's actually not a bad thing. You know why? That just proves that I look at the big picture. I'm looking at the front windshield more often than I'm looking behind me. So I'm challenging you to look at the front windshield of your life. Go ahead and take and spin your positive attitude towards what are you looking ahead at? What is in front of you? Not what's behind you. That happened. You may have just done something today that was really stupid at the water cooler at work. Or perhaps you said something, you forwarded a message, to a friend, or maybe you helped share a rumor, or maybe you made a bad purchase and you're thinking, gosh, I really shouldn't have done that. Forgive yourself. Be compassionate. If you have the receipt, you can return it. You can go back to the water cooler and say to the person, hey, I'm really sorry. I spoke out of turn today and I really just want to, hope I didn't offend you and I really just want to apologize. You can make amends. Be compassionate with yourself. Oftentimes I find that I call a friend or I, send a text or an email and say, hey, I'm really sorry. I think I may have said something that may have hit a nerve. And they're like, I didn't even recognize that. I don't even know what you're talking about. And so I've let it, impact me, but it hasn't impacted them. But, I want to make things right. And I want to lay my head on the pillow every night knowing that I've done the very best that I can. And that is my prayer for you as well. I want you to be compassionate and love yourself. One of my really good friends, Tracy, always says to me, please don't talk to my friend Franny that way. So if I call her and I'm frustrated about something, or if I say something mean about the way that I feel in my body that day, or if I say something about, a person who's really irked me and how I was really mad about the way that I interacted with them, right? Because that's a choice. I get to choose my reaction to that circumstance or that person. And she'll say, be kind. Be tender with my friend Franny. And so that is what I'm challenging you to today. Is I want you to think about the last couple of days. Think about how you are trying your hardest to, enlist your tribe and to really, really promote self-care and to really face those fears, face your Goliaths and conquer, of course, what it is that you are afraid of. And I want you to think about how you have been compassionate or need to be compassionate. It might not be this week. It might be at a certain time in your life where maybe somebody showed compassion to you or you showed compassion to someone else, or maybe areas where you need to show compassion to yourself or to others. So think about that, write about it, reflect about it, journal about it. Tell us about it. Hop on over to Facebook. Let us know either a time where somebody has shared compassion and showed compassion onto you, or a time where you might need to, kind of go back and make amends and show compassion to someone else, or how this past week you have either shown yourself compassion or need to be compassionate and move forward. So check us out, of course, shinewithfranny.com, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Love to hear from you. Absolutely love to be able to support, encourage, and cheer you on, celebrate with you all the wonderful things you are doing to make a change in your life. Guys, you are so worthy. So please make sure that you let us know how we can support you. I am so glad that you are here today. There is a reason why you're here. Join us for our next episode, and our final episode, where I'm going to share with you some really exciting things and how we can continue to work together. It's been such a great week, guys.